Well, hey everybody, we're going to try this again live stream. So thank you for being here watching this today. So in the book of life, the answers aren't in the back. What does that mean? It means instead of looking to the past or looking and being distracted, looking left and right, keep that tunnel vision forward, that focus on what you're supposed to be doing. If you don't know, but you're looking at this field and wondering, I'm interested in this field. I'm not sure what area of law I would like to go in. Now it's time to explore and go into Google and start to put in different types of paralegals, different types of law. Now, one of the places you can start is right here on this channel, and search on within this channel for personal injury paralegal, elder care paralegal, business paralegal, immigration paralegal, and there are probably 3 or so other ones there. I'm not sure if I did a probate paralegal one or not, but I did them a while back, but they're some of the most popular videos on here because people are searching for what are the duties of these. So you can also Google things like that. The personal injury paralegal. Look up family law paralegal on Google if that's what you're interested in. I did one, I remember, on criminal law. Look that up if that's of high interest to you, okay? And you can also, in the search area within my channel, put in paralegal duties, and I believe it'll bring up most of those videos, okay? So we're going to talk about, besides what I just mentioned, another item or two that stops people in their tracks. Whether life isn't too pretty right now or not, you can have something to focus on and keep going forward. Don't let things like, oh, I'm too old. I've had people in their 40s ask me if they're too old. No, you are not. You are not. I've had someone 65 break into the career. Another person 60 break in. A lot of people in their 50s and 40s and 30s, and don't think that it's all people right out of high school breaking in. They're not. They're really not. So this is like a third, fourth, fifth, 10th career for a lot of people because of how our workforce is changing in many respects. This is a perfect career you can segue into, but it takes a lot of work. It's not one of those slide in type of jobs. It's not. So are you willing to put in 2 to 3 years to get that pay up there? Does that mean that your law firm will reward you handsomely? No. It means that you may have to change jobs. So do not think that, oh my gosh, I don't want to change jobs. I want to stay in the same place for 10, 20 years. It does not happen where you stay for 20 years, that's for sure. Okay, so what's good about this career then? You can make this career very flexible by what you choose to focus on as the type of lawyer, regarding the type of lawyer you work for. Do I mean the area of law? No, I do not. I mean that if you work for a lawyer who is preparing for trial, we call that a litigation attorney. Okay, but the paralegals who work in that we call litigation paralegals. So there are many different types. That's where you go down into your area of law. So it might be a personal injury paralegal, a business law paralegal, patent and trademark law paralegal, administrative law paralegal. So there are many paralegals who help the attorney prepare for trial. But a probate attorney doesn't not usually, prepare for trial, or an estate planning attorney, not normally. So really look at What would give you the most flexibility? Now, if you're interested and you're just determined you're going to work in family law, then do it. Then do it. And do what makes you happy. But what I've recommended recently to people who they might be moving shortly, or they are in the military as a military spouse, was to major in something that is helping the attorney prepare for trial, become a litigation paralegal, so that you have the ultimate in flexibility. That's a personal recommendation of mine after being in the career for almost 30 years. Okay, and I've been in a lot of areas of law, and I see how easy it is to land jobs when you prepare for trial versus working in estate planning or probate, or even bankruptcy. Bankruptcy would be more flexible. However, a lot of attorneys specialize in more than bankruptcy, because bankruptcy goes up and down the amount of people filing bankruptcy depending on how the economy's doing. Okay? If the economy is tanking, there are a lot more bankruptcies. So, and right now we're not really tanking, not our economy as a whole. So number one was, nothing is permanent. So you create a career that has a lot of flexibility, and not one that is just one dimensional. And the paralegal career is not one dimensional. Excuse me. All right, so number two, you're either living on purpose or by accident. So if you're like, well, I'll just take whatever I get, that means you're not really invested in what you're doing, and you really don't care about the paralegal career or the clients or any of that. It's just a paycheck. I don't teach how to do that. What I talk about and teach in my course is how to build a career. Okay? And be the best that you can possibly be. And that means that then when you move to another job, you can command a higher salary if you ask for it, and you don't shirk from doing that. And, you know, I had the gumption, I had the strength to ask once, you know, I think I was in Florida in my second or third job there. And I decided when I moved again, I was going to ask for quite a bit more money, and I got it. And it was like a click your heels type of moment, shouting hallelujah. So, which made my paycheck a lot heftier. And I needed that for my family. So the flexibility in doing the things I mentioned is very important. And this career overall is very flexible. It has to be. And you have to be flexible, because attorneys leave law firms. Your favorite attorney like mine may leave the law firm and go work for government, and you're left with people that are just not as close to you. And so it's not as enjoyable to work there. And so those things occur, or your attorney leaves and goes out of state or goes with a firm, and they already have staff in place and they don't need your assistance. So that has happened as well. So I'm here to help you understand how flexible this career really is. Now, you strategize. Number two is you don't just take what comes. You strategize and start to think about, okay, what area of law would fit me? I want you to think about yourself. What area of law really fits you, fits your personality? Look at some of those and look at the duties and do your homework, do your research. Watch some of the videos I recommended earlier and start to think about, would I like to do some of that every day? If the answer is yes, you're honing in on that thing that makes you happy. That's a good thing. And you deserve it. So, number 3 is something I discuss all the time. So, it's fear producing. It's something new. But fear doesn't mean, oh, everybody halt. That's not what fear means. It means that you're afraid of this new thing. You're afraid that you might not be able to keep up. You're afraid that you might not be smart enough. I didn't know if I was. I sincerely did not know if I could keep up with this. I could keep up with the duties. I felt I could do that, the administrative duties, but I didn't know how I would keep up with maybe some of the things they were talking about every day in the law firm. And you know what? When I first started, I didn't know what they were talking about because they were using a different language like plaintiff and defendant. The only time I had heard that was on a detective show or, a drama. I never heard any of this in real life. This was a new world. Well, I thought, well, I think I can absorb this. I had just had a business as a nursery woman, as a plant nursery owner, and I had to learn a lot in order to converse with my clients and advise them. So I felt if I could learn all that, I could learn this, and I didn't have to memorize a whole lot. Okay, it's not that I had to, but in the business I had to memorize because I was out in the plant beds with my clients. In this case, the attorney was doing the advising. I wasn't doing the advising. I was carrying out what the attorney needed me to do as his or her assistant. So understand that nobody's going to let you just flail by yourself. If they do, they're idiots. They should never do that. And so but there's no training in the law firm. If they say that in the ad, that's a hardy har ho ho. Yeah, right. That there's no training. Don't rely on that. Okay? That doesn't mean, well, now I have to go spend $15,000 to $26,000 on school. No, you do not. And do you need a certificate? No, you do not. No, we are administrative people, and there is a gap in the teaching within many of the schools, and they don't teach you the practical side. Now, if you're currently in, I always recommend that you stay in and graduate and commit to it. But I want you to still understand that there's a gap in not teaching you the practical side of paralegalism, okay? So do not let fear rule you. Don't miss an opportunity because fear is bogging you down. Keep walking forward. There's a lady I saw on the Today Show early this morning. Cannot remember her name, but I think she calls it the 5-4-3-2-1 principle, where when you are feeling depressed, when you are feeling anxious, when you are feeling stuck, you do she lost her job. Speaking of law, she was an attorney. And then they had a restaurant biz like we did and lost their shirts, and things were not looking good. And it was hard to get out of bed for her. And so she started 5-4-3-2-1 and then got out of bed. I mean, she made herself, like, she'd count. It worked for her. And she's going around the country teaching. She's a life coach now, and she's teaching that principle. Don't get stuck. Just do, 5-4-3-2-1. I'm going to go start researching what I want to do. Snap yourself out of that complacency, the doldrums, the I don't think I can do this type of thing. We all think that. Join the club right here. That I went into it, had no idea if it was for me or not, had to learn by doing. Could not afford to go to school. And honestly, it was a good thing for me. I did not go into debt, and I just went into it and worked my way into a paralegal position in 7 months. Can you do that too? I would say first job, whatever it is, stay at it for a year. And it might be a paralegal job that you land in. And stay in that for a year or two. Learn all you can. And then you start to change jobs and bump your salary up. Yeah. But you have to get those chops, those skills. So don't start bumping yourself up before you're ready. We're never 100% ready, but don't do it too soon. All right. So let's see what else I wanted to cover with you today. You're making choices right now. And so you make a choice to go forward or stand still. But for pity's sake, don't look back, don't look to the left or right and get so distracted. If all you have is an hour a day to yourself during your lunch hour because your house is busy, busy, busy like mine was when I had kids and I was going to watch my daughter in basketball and all of that stuff, I would leave work, meet my husband, we'd go pick up something to eat to bring with us to the basketball games and sit there noshing on sub sandwiches while we watched her. So there was no time to myself and to my husband either. So the lunch hour was it all day long. If that's what you have, then that's what you do. And you eat your sandwich and you research on your phone. You can get it done. All right. Now, first step is I'd like you to go to my website and take advantage of a couple free items right there. And one is the free chapter of my book, Legal Break-In. And the other is the 19 alternative paralegal careers. You've got to get that because that will keep you busy researching right there. You might not have known that NASCAR headquarters in Daytona Beach actually has a paralegal. Yeah, I didn't know it either. And till now it's been 12 years, where I actually placed the job ad for NASCAR in our local paralegal association website. So use your phone, do the research, get those free items on my website, which is called paralegalcoffeetalk.com. Same name for the page on Facebook, Paralegal Coffee Talk. You can come over there, but I do a lot of the same videos over there as well as here. Let me see, what else can I tell you? Podcasts are there and vlogs. You can go look at some of the vlogs of the past and check that out. Let's see what else. Step number one when you're starting to move forward is, I would say, get my book, Legal Break-In, get the whole book on Amazon, but get the free chapter first on the website. And then second step, come join me September 15th to register for the Paralegal Inner Circle class and get on the wait list on my website. You'll see Paralegal Inner Circle class info up on the top, and get on the wait list for that and look at the testimonials there just for ha-has. I just had one lady message me right here on this channel named Angel. You could see it in the comments below at one of the last videos I did here. Just landed a job in the field, and 3 people from my May class just landed jobs. So they are thrilled beyond measure, and I am too. I couldn't be more proud. So I want to see you succeed, and it's doable. You have basic office skills, then you're on your way. Does your typing need improving? Does your Microsoft Word need to be improved? Do you need to up your game? Then up it within a week or two. Don't delay it by months and months and months. The holidays will be here and you'll delay it into 2020. And, you know, no reason for a delay unless you've got just, upping your game a little bit, and maybe that's what you'll shoot for is January to start job hunting. But I want to see you do it. That's the greatest thrill of my life when you message me and you say I landed a job. It's the best news I could ever hear. So have a great day. Thanks for hanging out with me during this video. And any questions, comments, things that are bothering you, post them below. Love hearing from you. Let me know if you enjoyed the videos. And let me see, what else can I tell you? I think that's it. So have a great day, and I will be back tomorrow with another video for you. Have a good one, and I'll talk to you then.